Lawsuit against the State Department of Education and State Superintendent Ryan Walters dismissed this week by a judge. And just take a listen to what former State Attorney General Mike Hunter, who filed this suit, had to say.
When a rule is as flawed and as inexpertly sent to the legislature, wrongly we feel, there ought to be recourse. You know, this affects hundreds of thousands of young Oklahomans who are going to be in public schools. And if we're going to teach them social studies, it ought to be done legally.
And this morning, we are speaking live with State Superintendent Ryan Walters to get his reaction to this, plus also talking about a new initiative coming from Washington, D.C. So let's go ahead and welcome him in and say good morning, Superintendent Walters. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course, thank you for having me.
So let's start with this. We just heard a short clip from the former AG, and he says that this ruling from this court, he's calling it that the judge, quote, got it wrong on several points. What's your response to that?
Well, look, first of all, I've seen some of the headlines of, Ryan Walters is a big winner with this. The reality is it's not me. It's Oklahoma parents. It's Oklahoma students. I've heard this from the day I stepped into office. They want better history standards. They want their kids to understand American exceptionalism. They want their kids to understand American history. So that's what the judge ruled here is, of course, we didn't violate a process. Of course, we didn't violate a procedure. We've had the teachers union and radical leftists that have tried to attack these standards from day one. We have overcome every single hurdle. And, the judge there said, yeah, they have absolutely followed this to the letter of the law. There's no issue here. So all this nonsense, all these lies, all these political attacks, they should stop and let us do the will of the people of Oklahoma, which is make sure our kids understand American history.
Yeah, and just walking back and going to what the judge said, they said the lawsuit didn't point to any law that proves that these concerns, they're legally protected rights for students or teachers, and you have called this ruling a huge victory for Oklahoma students. What does this ruling signal to you and your office, though, moving forward?
Look, and we get attacked all the time by the teachers union, these leftists. They make up lie after lie after lie. And here you have a judge that looks at the whole case and goes, there was nothing improper here. There was nothing out of process. Here, what we've said from day one, what we've fought for the last 4 months, all these lies against our administration to stop the reforms that are needed, the conservative reforms that are needed to education, fell flat. So, we're going to move forward with these standards. This finally puts a nail in the coffin of the radical teachers union's attack. So we get to move forward and say professional development, we're bringing folks into the state to prepare the teachers to teach these new standards. We're getting curriculum ready. So it's going to be the best year for kids in Oklahoma history in the classroom. And again, parents can know that their kids are going to understand what makes America great, American history, all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the whole thing. But your kids are going to understand American values and why the founders emplaced the government and society the way that they did here in America.
And the former AG says that they are working on an appeal here, and it still faces some legal battles. It does face public criticism as well. You said you all are moving forward full steam ahead. Or rather, the question I want to ask, is there any room for changes to those social studies standards moving forward, or have you closed the chapter on that?
Yeah, we're done. We're moving forward. So these are the best history standards in the country. As a matter of fact, I was in Washington, D.C. yesterday talking about them, and they were so excited. The White House is excited about them. They're excited about what's going on here. We're very proud of that. We're very proud of an America First agenda that says we want our kids to understand America, understand what makes America great in the first place, and we want to continue to make America great again by ensuring those values are in place throughout American society, and Oklahoma is going to continue to lead the way.
Let's talk about that trip. You went to Washington, D.C. yesterday, is that right?
That's right.
You met with the Second Lady and also the Secretary of the Department of Education. Talk about that trip. What was the goal here?
So the goal was President Trump announced a new initiative. They've created what they're calling the Founders Room in the White House, which is now, when you walk down the halls, you see every founder in American history, and you go and you click on the link, and you can see all the history about those individuals. And so what they want to continue to do, as you've heard President Trump time and time again, American exceptionalism, American history. We're coming up on our 250th anniversary of America, and so the Trump administration is very excited about that. So we've been working with them on how do you tell the story of American history. They were very excited as we discussed our history standards, that we're leading the country in that. And again, their dedication to ensuring that Americans are proud of this country, they're proud of our history, is second to none. So President Trump's initiative, we kicked that off yesterday. It was great to be with the Second Lady. It was great to be with Secretary Linda McMahon, but a very exciting day for America and a very exciting day for Oklahoma for us to be leading the charge.
And what role will you play as state superintendent in kicking off that initiative? Just, is it a national, are you taking a national role here, or what does that look like? I don't know.
So one of of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be one of the first states that highlight this Founders Initiative. So we're working on that. We'll have an announcement soon for everyone. But one of the things we're going to continue to do is make sure that all of our kids know American history, understand that the Trump administration has put that at the forefront of what American history, what American education should look like. It should be that focus on our history, patriotism, what makes America great. So Oklahoma, we're going to be one of the first states to kick that off. So we're working with them on bringing that here as well. So we'll have a future announcement on that. But again, the Trump administration doing a tremendous job of getting all of American education on track. But again, Oklahoma, we're leading the way here.
All right, and one question, we do have a few seconds left. I just want to, looking forward to the next school year here. Any message you want to send to families, watching right now?
Yes. Summer school programs, I would encourage you to get your kids involved in those. I think that our schools are doing a great job around the state of ensuring that kids that are falling behind are getting caught back up. That was one of our top initiatives. When kids fall behind in reading and math, we're going to get them caught back up. So we have statewide initiatives along those lines. Get your kids enrolled in those things. And again, go to the State Department of Education's website. We have it available for you. We want you to choose the school of your choice. Parents, we want you to know the curriculum being taught. Parents, we want you to be in the driver's seat of your kids' education. We will always fight for you, the parent, to control your kids' education. It's going to be the best year ever. We're so excited about the teachers we have in the classroom, about these initiatives in literacy and math. So we're going to have another great year.
All right, Superintendent Ryan Walters, thank you so much for coming in, giving us all this information.